What's up, champ? How you doing?
Been doing good, man. What about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Like literally, I'm an idiot. Hold on, let me grab my water bottle. I was training.
Training was good. I was watching the guys. They were doing the MMA class. I was teaching the ladies tonight. Didn't do much of that. I did most of my work in the morning. So it was good.
Nice. How's Harambe doing?
He's doing good. He got back in the sparring the past few days. So
He crushed it last night. I don't know if you were there at the end when he did those uppercuts to the body.
he had the whole jiu-jitsu class shocked yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was so tired, but I was like, I can't quit on him. I was like, I gotta go till he can go because he had me motivated. I was ready to hold those pads for an hour if he wanted it.
Dude.
But I love that dude. I get so excited for him, bro. I barely did any rounds last night. I was just like, fuck this, just keep going, Harambe. Don't worry about me. Like as far, I think I had like one round, and he was like, "Oh, if you want to switch?" I was not. Just keep going. I just wanted him to keep working, and I don't know. Harambe is the man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And so much power. You don't realize till there's certain combos that he really lets it out. Damn, bro. Because like in sparring, you think he's hitting with power because he's excited and he makes noises and stuff, but he ain't hitting with power.
No. A part of me believes he's still kind of holding back.
For sure. I know that now because I never really held hardcore pads for him, and I know that now. There's no way, because when he spars, it looks like he might be going all out, but it's just because his, his 50% looks like all out. Because bro, that power, it gets me excited. I'm just like, oh yeah, I just want to keep all the pads, and like, but at the same time, I'm hitting that. I'm like, dude, what did homie feel last fight?
Mm-hmm. He felt that thunder god, the Kong power.
Wow, bro. Wow. Just so exciting. That power is so exciting. So freaking exciting.
That's why he's always gonna be first. They put him on the first fight again.
Yeah, because he's gonna get the car going. He's just, but you don't realize till you really give him an opportunity to let loose and really feel that power to where like, oh wait. It's because there's not a lot of dudes where there's a huge difference between sparring power and fight power. Even like the difference between 175, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's close enough. But then there's dudes where you're like, geez, man, if he hits you, it's something to think about. It's like your kicks. It's like you and your father's kicks. It's like, oh God, your kick. I'm paying attention to your foot and I'm thinking about it, but it's still like, what the hell just happened? I'm looking at your foot, bro. I just, you know what I mean? I'm literally thinking about your feet, and you just hit me that. It's that quick.
Make them fast.
But that goes with you and with the speed and sparring. Even when you hold back with your kick, because you're not throwing at full speed and stuff, but it's still so fucking down there fast that you can't hold it back a typical 50-75% like that we typically do. Your speed on your kick and your question mark kick is just absurd.
Mm-hmm.
It's absurd. It's just annoying. It's just like, so that's why there's none of this the whole time. It's just like, all right, I know that question mark kick's gonna happen. When it happens, I just better have my hand up. But I don't know, man. I'm excited for you guys. When's the next thing for you?
Right now, I'm still waiting to hear some. Brandon, you holding out on me, man. I saw the guy you matched me up with. He fighting on that CSSC or whatever. He's fighting somebody else. So right now, I'm still open for anybody right now.
Okay, so it was supposed to be on Brandon's card. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be on Brandon's card, but it seems like the dude's already matched up with somebody else. So we'll see.
And then how is Justiano's fighting, right?
Yeah, we're trying to get Antonio, Noah, Jaden, and Harambe a fight. Harambe seems to be more solid than anybody else right now, from as far as I'm hearing.
Oh, because the other ones are still not solid. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A lot of other amateur shows like that, or where like it's not like set in stone. It's not the fights aren't solid. You always have to like
look around, see who else is there for sure.
Yeah, that's how they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because it's way different. It's way different than pro. It's seldom that, you know what I mean, when an opponent switches or something like that happens, it's like a big deal.
Is yeah,
Yeah.
because you know the whole scenario with me, like how many opponents I have to go through every camp at amateur level.
It's insane. I always think about that. I'm like, like it's one thing to have all those things and thoughts, and you got one opponent, but it's just like you got 2, 3 switching. Like it's just like, geez, you think about one, that's another, that's another. It's just you never know. But it's gotta like it's amazing because now you go into a regular system, your
Mhm.
pressure gauge is just through the roof. The amount of pressure that you could take during fight camps and fights is like, you're used to dealing with opponent switches with this, with that. Yeah, you literally practice in every aspect of the game you could think of.
Exactly. Stay ready for anything.
Yeah, because you go pro, you go one of these big shows. I don't know what they do an opponent switch. And a lot of guys that haven't had that in their life, it's like, oh damn, now I gotta go against a wrestler. Like mentally, it gets, you don't have to go through that.
Hmm.
You've had switches like 3, 4.
Exactly. So technically, we broke the record. What was when we had the first April show? We went through 9 opponents.
9
The
opponents.
the last one being like the day of the fight.
9 opponents, bro. That's 9 different styles. Yeah, some could be similar, there's that, but that's 9 different things.
Hmm.
You know. But that's all amazing because when I think about it, now you have some shit that happens in a big show, you won't care.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, it's like whatever. It's great. When is the date for Harambe?
All those guys, we're trying to match them up there March 20th for Vigil MMA. Combat Quest up at the Dallas Pool once again.
That was Bill, okay. Nice, man, nice. So let's get on this card, bro. This is gonna be crazy. I'm a little disappointed because my dream of green versus of making green like the new Diaz is not gonna happen. So
No, that's not gonna happen. But I mean, I'll keep my fingers crossed that he gets it done. But a smart betting man, you're gonna have to put on Islam on this one because the Khabib 2.0 is gonna take over.
absolutely. Yo, but you know what? Even if Green loses, he could still have a kind of fight.
Is that he can do anything after this? It just brings up more of his stardom. Like he took this fight. What? How many days notice? Like a week?
A week. Yo, I can't believe I ever thought about this. Now that I'm talking to you, it's the first time I'm thinking about it. I'm like, actually, for Green, there's no losing here.
Mm-hmm. He's taking a big risk.
He's taking a big risk. He's gonna make some good money. If he loses, he loses. He lost to the next Khabib. You know what I mean? He's still the man and exciting, and even more people are gonna be have eyes on him. And he can still get a kind of fight. What I think is like would be the way to go because to make him the next exciting Nate Diaz kind of guy.
Exactly.
Oof. But is your heart and your professional decision?
Well, my heart, of course, I want Bobby Green to win, but the pro mentality mean like smart betting man, you gotta have to put it on the guy that making the big favorites. Like it's a big draw. It's like he's like what minus 900 while Green's like minus or plus 440 or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll go Islam on that one.
Let's see what it is. Let me go there. I'm not see. Minus 900 Islam, plus 600 Green, bro.
Oh, it's plus 600. So they must have changed it or something like that.
Yeah. I think Islam's gonna take it, but I want Bobby Green.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I want Bobby.
We want the guy that's gonna be entertaining because we already know how Islam's gonna win. He's just like Khabib. Let's wrestle him down. There may be some talking, but it ain't the same. It ain't the same thing. It is definitely not.
No, definitely not. Absolutely not. No. And I like Bobby Green. And if I look at them too, who would I probably be better friends with? Bobby Green.
Of course.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer.
So I'm gonna pick Bobby Green though. I don't care. Yeah, I'm picking Bobby Green. Knockout.
Now is that heart talking or is that brain talking?
Heart. Obviously heart, but I'm letting my heart decide for my brain and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Bobby Green knockout. I think I get lucky at Bobby Green's speed. This is what I imagine. You know how Michael Johnson caught Khabib that one time?
Mm-hmm.
And that was like pretty much the only time Khabib really got like shooken up. I think Bobby, I don't think this is gonna happen, but I hope Bobby Green's speed catches him something like that and gets it done.
I hope so. He's gonna need to. There's no winning a decision.
No, it ain't good for the division if Bobby wins. I'll tell you that. It's not, because it's good for Bobby, it's good for us, for his fans, but it's better for the division if another Khabib arises. And then, because if Bobby Green wins, that title is probably gonna still go back from Oliveira to Poirier. Like, it's gonna stay in that circle.
Mhm.
Bobby Green, I don't think Bobby Green could win the title.
Oh, no, he'd have to make some major improvements. And even if Islam makes it up to that round and still wins the title, I don't see how entertaining it'll be as him being champion. That's
Yeah,
why
it won't.
I don't see that happening at all either.
It won't. But I think another Khabib is more exciting for just the sport,
Mm-hmm.
The UFC will do a good job, but like if he wins this, and like they'll do a good job in building his, like, the mystery, like that whole thing to the people, like, oh, we got another Khabib. Yeah.
Yeah. Something to sell.
Yeah. I got Bobby Green.
Yeah. I hope so. I'm gonna stay with Islam on this one.
All right. Misha Shirkinov against, it's funny because the black guy picked the Muslim and the Muslim guy picked the black guy.
There you go. It's part of that old tradition. Like, hey, it's either go with the black or go to Russian, but when you got two of them, we got to compromise on this.
But yeah, but we're setting the example here. The world should be like this. You know what I mean? You got the black guy picking the Muslim and the Muslim guy picking the black guy. What's more equal than that?
Exactly.
Let's go, champ. I like this, champ. This is a good pick. Misha Serkinov against Wellington Turman.
This one had me like set for a little bit, where it's like it's hard for me to pick who's gonna win this one, because I looked into both of them. I knew more about Serkinov, but I had to look into Wellington Turman. They fight way too similar. They're both well-rounded guys. Both have good striking, but they both use the striking and gets it to the ground. They mix in the ground pound. They got a lot more subs than they do KOs. So it could be a drawn out decision fight. Somebody could possibly get sub, or even somebody could get KO'd. I don't really know who to pick on this one, because it's way too similar. There's another fight that we're going to talk about later that I kind of feel the same way about, but I don't know. I'm going to have to go with pick out I want to go with Serkinov, but I don't know too much about Turman, so I don't want to jump the gun like that too much, because from what I see, he fights too much like Serkinov. So I'm going to say pick him.
Yeah, for me, this one's a pick him too. What was Serkinov's pretty much way of winning is like a grind out grappling kind of, right?
Exactly. Try to maul you out and ground and pound you, possibly break. That's the one fight that I remember the most from him, when he broke Alex Nicholson's jaw with everything across his jaw.
Yeah.
You heard it pop too, and the crowd went real quiet. And then as soon as it popped, the crowd went crazy.
I remember that. You're right. I think Wellington might have a little bit of better stand up, a little bit of better, smoother movement than Misha. I'm gonna go with Wellington.
Cool.
What's up with dudes that keep getting this kind of tattoo on their chest and stuff?
Tattoo, what, like the tiger or something?
Yeah, like that thing. It's always something similar to it. It's just like, yo, don't do another man's tattoo.
I see what you mean here.
Yeah,
I'm looking at that. I mean, actually, that's a dragon, I think. Is that not a dragon?
is it?
Looks like
It's not a gorilla?
One of those, like those Chinese dragons or something.
I thought it was a gorilla. Speaking of
it's
Chinese,
like a really small photo, so I can't really see it. It doesn't let you zoom in. The ESPN app doesn't let you zoom in.
Yeah.
On their full profile and all that.
Speaking of Chinese, Ji Yeon Kim is Chinese, right?
Korean.
Korean. Okay. Priscilla Cochera against Jin Yong Kim.
I feel like I'm gonna go with Korea on this one.
Me too. Is this I don't know, is she one of the no,
this is a striker versus grappler match, but she is coming off a loss to that McMahon chick. What's her, Molly McCain? Molly McCain. She just lost to her by unanimous. So her last two fights have been decisions, and they were lost. She lost to McCain and Grasso, and Calchera. Let me go back to her. I will go back. Oh, ESPN, you need to help me out here.
Priscilla Cochera.
Yeah, the only fight that I really remember of her all that much was when she fought Shevchenko. She got beat up real bad, and Mario Misaki took forever to call that fight. but
Oh
she's coming
yeah,
off a
yeah.
submission loss. She just lost to that Robertson chick, the redhead girl. Just got subbed, but 2 fights before she won by KO first and second round. But she's like win, loss, win. Like 3 losses before that, win. So she's kind of stagnant right now. They're both coming off of losses. But I feel like if anything, I said Kim, but I might have to go with Cochiera. I don't know if I said that right. I'm about to go with her, the Brazilian.
For sure. You
Just
know
because she's
what?
got more deeper competition from what I'm seeing on her records and all that.
I'm gonna go with the Korean on this one. Stick with the Korean. But you're probably right. Aman Sakurian against Joel Alvarez.
This is an interesting one. Look at this here. Yeah, it's the Joel dude's a jiu-jitsu guy, and they're both, I don't really know. I'm gonna admit right here, but most of these fights I didn't really look into all of them because like, man, it's a lot of these fights like
Arman is a little more of like a grappler, grind out kind of guy. I think Arman. I think this is one of those fights. Arman wins it with like a boring grind out decision.
Arman has a impressive track record. If what I'm looking at here, he only has 2 losses, and one of them being by Islam. That's about it. And that wasn't since 2019. Other than that, he's been winning his fights by decision. Last fight, he won by KO.
How did Islam beat him?
Islam beat him by decision.
Oh shit!
He made his debut in the UFC against Islam too.
Wow. I'm gonna go with Arman.
Arman, yeah.
Decision.
I know with that too. Arman decision for sure.
Armin Petrosian against Gregory Rodriguez.
This one I looked into. I remember this guy, Gregory. Gregory, he showed up in the Dana White Contender Series. He lost by KO, but then he put it back into work. I remember this guy because he fought in LFA, became an LFA champion. I can't remember the weight class, but I remember not even like a few days, maybe even a week went by. He got a call from the UFC like, hey, come in, take this fight. He comes in, just beats the dude, and like by decision, he comes in after he didn't even take a break out this fight. He had like a few days. And, hey, I'm gonna get ready to fight in UFC now. Just won my belt. And now, like, not even a week went by, I'm fighting UFC.
Wow. Good shit. I don't know. I feel like Armin is gonna be a badass grappler, judo guy or something.
Yeah, this dude, that Armin dude, like he's on the Dana White Contender Series, won by KO, and all of his wins and losses alone, like you either have to finish him or he's gonna finish you.
I'm going with the Armenian, or I think he's Armenian, Armin Petrosian.
I'm about to go with Gregor on this one. I
Gregory?
feel like he has more experience. Probably will find a way to keep it at bay. He may drag it out to a decision, but it's gonna be a war. I'll say that.
All right. Nice. Let's see what's going on with the prelims. Rang Zhu against Ignacio Bahamondes.
Now this is another one I didn't really get the chance to
look
into.
Quick on this. I don't know about these guys.
No, that was part of my reason. Like, there's only like a few fights that really stood out to me on this card. Other than that, it's like, man, now trying to disrespect any of these guys, like, man, it's like I don't know all that much.
Which ones stood out to? Which ones you want to talk about?
Let's see. What do I have? The one that I have on my picks on the next one is Terrence McKinney and Fares Ziam.
Yeah, that's a good one. Next couple ones actually are going to be good ones. So
these dudes are definitely going to try to scrap it out. But if anything, the one that's more likely to initiate the grappling is Terrence. Even though he is coming off of that fourth fastest KO in UFC history on his debut too. He's coming off of that. That was like 7 seconds.
Yeah.
7 seconds he came out with that. And what did he just do? All he did was a 1-2, and that was it. 1-2. He's 11-3, 6 wins by sub and 5 by KO. The Fares Ziam, he's a glory bet. But when he got into the MMA, he's been using his strikes that he did in glory the same way. Whenever he did go for like any grappling exchanges, he mainly tried to finish you with ground and pound, maybe even get a sub here and there. But more like you see him get TKOs with ground and pound.
Yeah. I'm gonna go
definitely a tough one.
I'm gonna go with Fares and go with the glory guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Terrence on this one. Two young,
Looks
hungry
good
dudes.
though.
It's hard to pick. I'm gonna go Terrence on this one.
Terrence. It's
Hasn't. The only thing is, I feel like the thing that will drag this out, like he may lose if it goes past maybe 1-2 rounds, because he hasn't seen the distance yet in any of his fights. He's either been finished or he's gotten the finish. Perez has been tested. He's won like all 3 rounds, maybe even 5. He's been tested in every organization, so he could possibly take this too. So
gonna be
I'm gonna go
exciting.
Terrence on this one.
It's definitely gonna be exciting. I know. I have a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Alejandro Perez against Jonathan Martinez. Martinez always brings it.
This one I like too.
Yeah.
They're both. This is the fight I was talking about, where I was gonna like be a little picky on this one because they both fight the same. They're both strikers. They both like to stand and bang and try to make these crazy exchanges, but they're pretty well rounded whenever they need to. Like they know how to go for takedowns and control the position whenever they need to, possibly even get a submission or some ground and pound in there. But I would not be surprised if this fight does not go to the ground and stays on the feet the whole time. And if it goes that way, I feel like Alejandro's gonna take that. No, not Alejandro. Jonathan Martinez.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Martinez takes it. To me, Alejandro to me is tough and you know, obviously tough and good and the grinder and everything. Jonathan Martinez is good all around, but I feel like he could do a flashy KO or do a flashy submission.
Oh yeah, I feel like either one of those could be in there too.
Yeah, I like Martinez. I enjoy watching him. I got Martinez. I think he finishes him something crazy. I don't know what it's gonna be, but something crazy happens.
And that was the last fight I really saw really interested in me. There are other fights like this. Jose Nunez, Ramona Pachul, Ramirez, Brahima, Michael Gilmore. And again, these are all guys I don't really know too much.
Yeah. Me either. On the Ramirez one, I got Ramirez. He's from Texas, I think. He's with Saif Saud and those guys in Texas.
Oh, okay.
I think. So yeah, but I don't know a lot about them. And then what else we got going on? There's no Bellator or anything, is there?
Yeah, tomorrow's a good main event. It's for the title. Gegard Mousasi versus Austin Vanderford.
The Mousasi fight is tomorrow?
Mousasi fight is tomorrow. That'll be in the evening. It'll be interesting to see. But I feel like Gegard's gonna keep the belt on this one. As much as you may want to go with the young, hungry dude, but I feel like Mousasi is just he's been in this game too long to really let some guy that's more like just going to try to wrestle him the whole time. I don't see him trying to play any strikes with Mousasi, and even if it goes to the grappling exchange, I feel like Mousasi can easily keep it on the feet, and if it does, probably get a submission too.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I don't think Mousasi is going to let this dude come in there and take it from him.
Mm-hmm.
I got Mousasi too. A decision.
Yeah, more like a decision. I don't see any finishes really happening in the fight, really. Mousasi's not really a finisher, in my opinion.
What other fights are on the card worth talking about?
See, that's another. I was looking at that whole card. Nothing really appealing on the whole card to me.
Since what did I see? Oh man, did you see the John Jones news?
Oh yeah, the John Jones thing.
That's crazy. That's heartbreaking.
I'm not too surprised though. Not really.
I'm not either. Hopefully,
I was surprised it didn't happen already.
There's 2 ways it could go. He could either hit the party scene hard, or what I think is going to happen is this is like probably the biggest punishment. Imagine losing your family, the woman you love.
Mm-hmm.
No, but that pain is crazy. So
and that video came out too around the same time too. What happened when he got pulled over and all that? That was wild.
That's probably what made her not think about this. It's already like traumatizing this, that, and she's dealing with it, and probably was good. And like, that's why, like, if some bad happens, like, you don't want to, you want to let it go by. You don't want to keep beating a dead horse and pushing it and everything. Mm-hmm. And it was probably good that the video wasn't that. But the second the video came out and she saw it, it was probably traumatizing. She had to relive everything. That was just too much. Because think about it, it's just the timing of her saying she's not going back. And the video release is just right at the same time. Once she saw that video, that was it.
Yeah, more likely.
But I think I don't think John Jones is a bad dude, man. I just think John Jones should not drink alcohol.
No.
And that's it.
Definitely need to clean up his life for sure.
Dude, just stop doing the one thing that's got you fucking up your life, just stop doing that. Just stop it. And I think, you know, if losing your family doesn't do it, then you are fucked, and that's it. Like, what are you gonna do? You know. But
Nothing gonna be better from it.
yeah,
No status in the UFC is really gonna help with that kind of pain.
nah, nothing. No money, no nothing. You know what I mean? You know, and you had everything. You had a wife. There's that now. She's gonna leave you, and then she might never take you back. She might, and your kids might end up having another dude playing dad in their life as well. You know, all because you fucking drink. You can't stop fucking. You know what I mean? Because that's all this. John Jones is not a bad dude, bro. He's not. He's not. I mean, I hung out with the dude. He's a really fucking nice guy. He's a really nice dude. He's like so nice to everybody, so friendly, just not an asshole at all. You know what I mean? I could just imagine what it's like training with him.
Sure,
You know,
it's insane.
I'm sure it's insane, and like you learn a lot, you get beat up and this and that, but I'm sure at the same time he's the cool dude, you know, like the cool teammate, you know, not the asshole teammate. I guarantee you, I legitimately I hung out with him for. It wasn't like we just met and this that we hung out for hours. It was like fucking 6-7 hours of drinking and partying, and even before he was drunk or anything, when he just got to my table, he wasn't drunk or anything. He was just the nicest guy. Has brothers too. So alcohol, man, alcohol. That's what it is. And I think I'm on John Jones' side. I think he fixes his life and then gets his family back. And I think this is the punishment he needed. You know,
I really hope he cleans up, because as much as I'm not really too interested in see what he does right now, but if he really shows like some serious change, like, okay, maybe I'll enjoy watching you fight again.
You know, think about the comeback victory on that. And you know, whoever felt good about his wife leaving him is an asshole.
Colby
Covington, did he say something?
Oh yeah, right off the bat.
That fucking asshole. Come on, man. I know, like, that's not a good time even for your act. Like, it's not a good time for just, dude. He's an asshole. You know, whatever. I don't know, man. And then Conor McGregor's getting jacked.
Oh yeah.
Coach is saying he'll never fight at 155 again.
No. He'd have to go to like some serious, like drastic cuts. He got to be doing what Michael Chandler does to get the 155. Is
Chandler fighting Ferguson for real?
It sounds like it. It sounds like they're fighting the same night, like May 7th. I think it's the same night Oliveira and Poirier fight, I want to say. I think it's that same night.
Ferguson was done.
I didn't think so. I never really heard him really say he was retiring or anything.
Who do you think? Who do you think Chandler fucks him up?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was like old prime time Tony Ferguson. Okay, maybe it'd be a different challenge. But right now, seeing the way his performances have been looking in his past few fights, Chandler's got it.
Probably knocks him out.
More than likely.
I think Oliveira beats Poirier.
Yeah, I see that as a possibility too. I feel like he could definitely beat him with the way things are going and the way Gaethje fights. True, like he's really relying on Oliveira to quit, but we've all been saying that when he fought Chandler and Poirier, and look what happened.
Yeah, he ain't gonna quit.
I was literally gonna think, okay, if Oliveira can't get past Poirier, okay, then he's definitely not ready for the Gaethje. But you destroyed Poirier, so Poirier destroyed Gaethje. So
yeah,
I see that. True, styles make fights and all that, but Oliveira has drastically improved. He's dramatically improved since his upbringing back in the 155, and
how do you think
changing his overall game?
How do you think each dude can win?
I feel like if Oliveira's gonna have any success, he's gonna have to really not take as much damage, especially from a guy like Gaethje, and he has to implement his jiu-jitsu game and try to take his back and choke him out, one or the other. Any submission he could try, but definitely go for the choke more than anything. We've seen what happens when you put him in a chokehold.
Yeah, I hate to say this because I love Gaethje so much, but I just think it's not gonna be that hard. I think Oliveira ends up he doesn't have to take him down. He just has to get close enough to just hug him.
Exactly. He has to wait for Gaethje to make a mistake, invite the brawl, but turn it into a jiu-jitsu fight.
Yeah,
if it's a tight clinch fight and throw knees to the body, you have to be careful of just Gaethje's tight uppercuts and everything. That dirty boxing, he has to be careful of.
Yeah, yeah. As long as he's careful with that and gets a hold of him right in time, he's got to get a hold of him. You know, he's got to get a hold of him as soon as possible. He can't. The longer he's on his feet, because Oliveira's tough and this and that, and he's not chinny or anything. But he was never like he's a dude that you can wobble and he'll last and he'll come back. This that. You don't want to get wobbled with Gaethje. No way.
No.
I just think something like that happens. A crazy thing happens, and Oliveira just gets a hold of his back somehow. It's not even a takedown, just to a scramble.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's gonna have to make it a scramble. You can't let him latch on. He'd be like Damian Maya, like he'd backpack.
Because sadly, it was very strange. But that like Gaethje is like so novice in jiu-jitsu. It's insane. Because he's a good wrestler,
But it's not the first time you really ever see a wrestler really go for any subs, really. Like they're more worried about the control than they are looking for subs. And if they are going for subs, it's more likely those hard strangled guillotine chokes, anything like that. Nothing too jiu-jitsu heavy.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I don't know if it was because how good Khabib is or how novice Gaethje's jiu-jitsu was, but like what Khabib did to him, it was just like, yo, it looks like him doing it to a kid.
Exactly. But then again, when have we really seen Gaethje even go for any wrestling at all since his UFC debut? We haven't seen it. Not since he left WSOF.
Even over there, he was, you know what I mean? I mean, some of the wars he had with Palomino, with what do you think about Chad Mendes, bro? Speaking of Palomino. I know, like, I'm all over the place. Chad Mendes did his thing, bro. Drafted dude like 3-4 times.
That was good. Good for him. I was happy for him. Good job.
He did a great job. He's on all the TRT. He looked frolic, bro. He looked so jacked. It was insane. He had abs on abs. But he should be. All those guys are, you know what I mean? Should be taking testosterone and everything because all those guys are taking shit.
Oh, for sure they are. I don't even know how much real testing they really do with the bare knuckle thing. I don't know.
They probably don't. But yo, he made 600 grand.
Yeah. He's made the same amount of money as Ngannou did his last fight.
Right? It's insane. But bro, like Perry took a bunch of damage. Like you get cut up. That shit is crazy. Your hands get messed up. But hey, there's big paychecks.
Big paychecks involved. But for me, it was like, okay, that gig is like when I have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Nothing else going on. Like I did my thing. Okay, let's go be a little different. Let's go check this out. But
you want to know what I think?
Something I'm gonna start my career with.
You want to know what I think? I don't think Mendes got 600 grand.
That's what I heard. Like he was saying it too. He said he got 600
grand. Yeah, this is what I think happened. I think CF me, because I don't think the BKFC is not there yet to be making those kind of checks. I think, like the promoter, if it was me, you make a deal with a guy like Chad Mendes. Like, yo, listen, I'll give you like 300 grand is a big fucking payday for that kind of a fight. I'll give you 300 grand, but we got to the media, everything, we got it's 600. Everybody thinks I paid you 600 grand, so the promotion looks better, more capable. Like we could pay these big things. I think something like that happened. And then a fight, me, when you look at it, I would make the deal, be like, if you're gonna give me 300 grand, I'll say you gave me 600. I don't give a shit. It's 300 grand is still, you know what I mean? I think they made some sort of deal like that to help each other. Because 600 grand, bro, I don't know if the promotion pays 600 grand.
Never know.
I don't know if they paid the whole card 600 grand. So I wonder what Perry got. Probably like 50, 60 grand.
Probably.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was that much.
Yeah, me too. So I don't know, man. You got anything else to add, champ?
Nope, just staying busy as usual. You know me, I'm always at the gym. I'm training, helping the Amis get ready for their fights March 20th. Check them out on vigilantmma.com. We'll be selling their tickets to pay-per-view on there. I'm pretty sure the tickets are online, but even if not, pay-per-view option's always there. It'll be on Sunday again up at the Dallas Bull in Tampa. So, and of course, Harambe always going to be first. They're going to start the show. Let's hope these other guys get their matches up. We'll know more as the weeks go by. We're like a little under a month away, so.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we'll be posting all that shit as we get closer to them. It'll be good.
We like keep it that way anyway, because you know what happens. Like every time a month gets locked in, like, hey, this card. My name's on there.
Yeah.
I got an opponent. 5 fights later, there's like 5 different guys.
Yeah. You don't know till the last minute.
Exactly. It gets annoying.
It is. But it's still exciting though when it happens, you know. So all right, champ. Well, have a good night, man. I'll see you tomorrow PM.
Yeah, I'll see you in the evening. I'll be there.
All right, champ. Have a good night, man. Dino, champ. See you guys next week
too,
for
bro.
the recap.
Hell yeah.
And decision and picks. Hell yeah.
Who's next weekend?
Isn't the big card next weekend or no? Or is it a break?
Actually, you know what? Hold on. Before we end this off, let me look at that. Who's next? Who's next? Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a good one to talk about next weekend. Coming to the Masvidal.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll have more talk for the rest of these fighters because there's actually people I know on this card.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to everybody I don't know on this card, but hey, I more well-known guys on this card than the fight nights.
I think people will be cool because most people don't even know these guys anyway.
Exactly. So, I'm just giving my picks on some of them.
They'll hear all your expertise on the next one.
Mm-hmm. I'll have way more.
Have a good night, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
You too. I'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace.